This is what these cars are about. Having fun round these bends at not ridiculous speeds. Hello everyone, welcome to another Driven by Lee video. In this video we're going to be driving the 2021 Volkswagen Golf GTI DSG. As you can see, it does look very pretty, especially in the white. White I'm not usually a great fan of, but this with the signature red around the front that all Golf GTIs have really does look a great colour combination, especially with these optional 20-inch Adelaide wheels. Really looks a lovely thing. This one belongs to Ollie, who's a friend and supporter of the channel, who's kindly let me use it. He works at Anthony Dale Prestige Cars, where this car is currently for sale. Links will be following on the video as we go through. So, the Golf GTI. This is the Mark 8 version. It's not the latest version. The latest version is a Mark 8.5, but this is close to a latest version. They really have massive changes when they go from, say, Mark 1, 2, 3, 4. When they have a 0.5, like the latest version is the 8.5, it's just like a midlife kind of update, but they're essentially the same car. Power-wise, this is powered by a 2-litre turboed engine, producing 241 brake horse and 0 to 60 in round about 6 seconds, and top end it'll be it's electronically limited to 155. These Golf GTIs though, to be fair, they're much more than just about the numbers, because if you read those headline figures, 241 brake horse, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds and 155 top end, it's not groundbreaking, is it? You wouldn't think, oh wow, that's very fast, but there's so much more to these Golf GTIs than just the figures. I mean, they're an icon. These cars are an absolute icon. They were the original hot hatch, dating back to the Mark 1 Golf GTIs. When they first came out, they literally made their own genre of vehicle. They were unheard of back in the time. Hatchback, 5-door or 3-door hatch made into a hot hatch. They were the first ones to do it. The Golf GTI was the first proper hot hatch. The segment hadn't even been realised up until Volkswagen done it. So there is a lot of heritage with the Golf GTI, and I do like that. I love heritage. I don't love the fact that when you sweep your arms, it can alter the dashboard. That's a little bit annoying. I love the fact there's heritage behind the manufacturer and a car specifically when you're driving it. It's just a great feeling, that. I do enjoy that. And there's maximum heritage behind this. You'll notice as well, guys, I've got glasses on today. That is because people have criticised me for wearing sunglasses. What? Apparently people can't see my eyes. I don't know why people would want to see my eyes, but here are my eyes. Here are my eyes. I've got 2 eyes like a normal human being. So yeah, I thought that was quite funny, because my sunglasses are not just sunglasses because I have to wear glasses to drive. They actually have like prescription lenses in them, so I can see where I'm driving. So yeah, I don't wear them sunglasses to think, God, I'm super cool. Look at me. Do I look super cool? wear them just for a purpose, but I thought on this video I'll wear my glasses so people can see I have eyes. Funny. Also, the other criticism I've had, and I did laugh and thought, you know, fair one. Someone said, you drive with your hand on the gear stick. Why? You are beep, and you shouldn't be doing that, and your videos are also beep. So, well, yeah, if you think that, I'm sorry. I can't remember who you were, actually. I was going to put it on, but I thought that was quite funny. I'm sorry if my hand placement on the gear stick upset you. Wow. So, yeah, a couple of funny comments, but keep them coming. I think they're funny. Although I don't think that particular gentleman done it meaning to be funny, but yeah, it made me laugh. I did reply. So like I was saying, so they're not all just about their figures, the Golf GTI. It's quite subtle in its looks. Again, I like that. But you know it's something special. There is lovely clues to the styling, the wheels for one, the subtle wing on the back, the skirts and the bumpers. It just adds up to a very nice looking car. Sounds good. Does sound good. And it goes quick. It feels a lot more quicker than the figures would suggest. And with the Golf GTI, it really is everything to everybody. They only make them in a 5-door hatch now, which is good because I never thought the 3-door one looked particularly good. So that's great that they're now just 5 doors. So this is the DSG. You can have it as a conventional auto if you like, or put it into manual mode where you can control what's going on with the paddles. Unlike a lot of these kind of double clutch transmissions, you can't, which I'm surprised about, you can't select up and down on the gear selector because it's not really got one. It's just this little, almost looks like a little razor blade down here. It's not actually a gear lever, and that's a shame because I do like a gear lever. This is very much like some of the Porsches. You've just got that little select. And yeah, I'm not a great fan of that, if I'm honest. I do like a gear shift, but that aside, you can still then put it in manual mode and control it by these lovely paddles up here. They're quite small, but they're there, so I like to leave it in manual and select the gears. There's 7-speed. You do get a little blip up when you downshift, not all the time, and it's not very pronounced, but it is there. The sound does make a nice sound. It's not overly noisy because it can't be, can it? Because this is an everyday car. So it's not, but there is a noise. I'm not sure if that's synthesized through the speakers or not, like a lot of modern cars because of their DPF filters and the emissions. So I'm not too sure if it's actual noise or speaker noise, but who cares? It sounds good. I think possibly if I had a GTI, I would just get a little exhaust put on. Nothing silly because it is an everyday car, but just a little, just to give it a nice tone. And there's much available for this aftermarket, but I think I would just get a little subtle exhaust just to give it that little sort of specialness. That said, it still is special, so don't think it isn't. It's a Golf GTI. I have had a couple of Golfs in my time. In fact, I had a Golf GTI, and I think it was a Mark IV back in 2000, 2001. Nothing like this. Then I had a brand new Golf R in 2021. That was a great car. And then I also, at the same time, crazily had a new Golf GTI. Also at the same time, I had a new Golf GTD. Long story how I got both of the cars at the same time, but I did, and they were lovely. Although, little bit of a story, my Golf R, when it was a month old or 2 months old, had to go in for some warranty work. And although they are four-wheel drive, ridiculously quick, they lent me a Golf GTI, a new Golf GTI, so it would have been a Mark 7.5. They lent me one of those, and honestly, I thought it was great. A lot slower, it is a lot slower, and like this, it's a front-wheel drive, but it just felt more special. There was a lot more sense of theatre about it almost. I can't really explain. The fact you could really throw it round the bends, front-wheel drive, and because it was not as fast, it was fun at slower speeds, if that makes sense. So I did go back, and when I got in my Golf R, I thought, did I buy the right car? Because arguably the GTI feels more special. It does, really does. And it's cheaper, a lot cheaper. See, this is quick enough. That is quick enough. And it handles that we're going around these bends quite quick. We're doing silly speed actually, but it just handles really well. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. And it's practical. It's a 5-door hatch. It's a 5-door hatchback with loads of room in the boot, loads of room on the back seats for a family. So this does everything. It's genuinely the only car you would need, because it does everything. It doesn't do anything particularly brilliant, but that's not what the GTI was about. But it does everything well. And when it's just you, when your family are indoors and it's just you out in the car, you can put your foot down and have some fun. And that's what hot hatches are all about. And with this one, being a Volkswagen, the quality's there. Oh, did you hear that? Oh yeah, that does make a nice noise. Yeah, she is noisy. Inside, these have been criticised inside for having like cheap plastics and stuff. I don't know what plastics they're thinking or feeling, but this doesn't feel like rattly cheap plastics to me. Feels very nice quality. Steering wheel, that is a lovely steering wheel. It's well weighted, it's not too thick, it's just about right. It's got some sort of contouring to it, leather, perforated leather on the side, lovely shape. Buttons, GTI with a red thing. I mean, there's no mistaking you in a GTI. It says it everywhere. It says it there on the steering wheel, says it on the dashboard, it says it down here somewhere I see earlier. You know you're in a GTI. And that's good. So yeah, going back to the inside, steering wheel, like I said, it's just great. This has got one of those virtual cockpits. I'm not a great fan of the virtual cockpit, as we all know. I do prefer analog needles, but getting with the times, it's a modern car, it's got a virtual cockpit. But this is a really nice one. This is one of the better ones I've been in. I love how you can select however you want this set, but this one is now set with onboard computer on the left, whatever you're listening to on the right, and then in the middle you've got your big rev counter, lovely GTI symbol, and then your speed. That really does look nice. I'm not missing the fact that I haven't got analog needles, but get with the times, Lee. Not everybody likes analog needles. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And then you've got your screen to your left, big screen where all of your controls, and that kind of all flows into one. And that is a cool thing. It's all touch screen. So bring a cloth with you so you can get your fingerprints off. I hate fingerprints on things. So yeah, on my cars I'm constantly wiping them to get the finger marks off. Everything's everything is those touch sensitive buttons. So they're like touch screen. What do they call them? Heptonic or haptics? I don't know. There is no kind of mechanical buttons. And yes, that is the modern way. I'm not the hugest fan of that, I must admit. I do like the buttons that actually are old and you can feel that you've pressed them. But that said, some of these buttons, you press them, although they are that sort of modern button, it does feel like you're pressing it. So yeah, it's not too bad. I did hear that Volkswagen are going back to the manual buttons, and so are Ferrari, interestingly, because that has been a big gripe. But that said, they do look modern. They really do look modern, especially how they all light up, and it does add to that sense that you're in something special. The seats on these are upgraded leather seats with the Vienna leather. They really do look terrific. They're heated and they're air conditioned. They really are a nice looking, comfortable seat. Quite figure hugging, but not too bad. Everyday car, remember. But yeah, they're a special seat. And the back seats as well, it follows through to there. Here we go, S-bend, although we've got a slow car in front. Oh, when we're in a 60 and we can't do 60. And it's lovely and dry. Oh, this is a lovely bend, this one. This is what these cars are about. Having fun round these bends at not ridiculous speeds. This handles really well. Front wheel drive, typical hot hatch, front wheel drive, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. Miles per gallon with this, it's really good. For a 2 litre turbo, it's really good. It's getting around about 35 to the gallon. I have heard that you can get around about 40 if you drive it sensibly. I mean, that's good, isn't it? For a 5-door have with 240 brake, that amount of power, that's good, that. Volkswagen though. The comfort, it's got hard-ish suspension, but not too hard. You would never get in this and think, oh, that's too hard, because it isn't. It's just right, it's subtle, it's just right. It's not a wafter, it's not a Range Rover, it's got sports suspension to a degree, but yeah, brilliant. There's no rattles, there's no vibrations, there's no squeaks. Build quality of a Volkswagen is there. Visibility, perfect visibility. 5-door hatchback, you can see everything you need to see. This one's also fitted with some kind of parking option where it kind of parks for you and things like that. I don't really understand that. I don't really get too involved with that kind of thing, but it has got it. It was doing some black magic on the screen earlier. So yeah, that's if you're parking in the city a lot, I'm guessing that would be a good thing. And it's got a reverse camera, another option. So yeah, I'm having great fun in it. It's a true GTI hot hatch. Forget the numbers do not matter. It's all about how they drive and how they make you feel. This has got the ADAS. This is full of ADAS, which we know is a real pain in the bottom, and modern cars are full of it because they have to be. So unfortunately it has got that, but you can turn them off. I have turned them off. So the lane assist, turn that off. Automatic stop start, turn that off. Automatic speed warning, turn all that off. And it is really, what I like about this, it is very simple to turn off. You haven't got to go through 3 million menus. So that's a cool thing. That has got, I'll tell you the good, I do moan about ADAS a lot, but the good ADAS, advanced driver assistance systems, the good thing that this has got, which is good, is when it tells you in the mirror that there's a car near you so you can't pull out, that is a good thing to have. That's the one thing I do like, and that is shown on the mirror. You can see a big orange light that's telling you there's something there, be careful when you pull out. I like that. So that's got it. That's there. Stereo. I don't understand stereos, but this one sounds really nice. I had it playing while driving it yesterday, so I've got this for a few days. While I was driving it yesterday, the bass quality sounded really nice. So if you're a stereo fan and music's your thing, this is a good thing. Service costs, it's a Volkswagen. Service costs are not going to be too high. I don't know if it's every year or every 2 years, but it's not going to be. You're not going to have a fright. I never did when I had my Golf R and my GTD. I main dealer only, obviously, and there was never an issue. I never got a fright with any of the bills. They never went wrong. This is the other thing with a Volkswagen, it's not going to go wrong. So yeah, so the Golf GTI. This was on my radar when I set up Driven by Lee. There was a couple of cars that were on my radar that I want to drive, and they weren't the supercars and all this, that and the other. This was one of them, the Golf GTI. It was up there. It was this, it was the Audi TT and the Jaguar F-Type. They were all ones that I wanted to drive, that I knew would have a bit of a following because they're not ridiculously dear. And yeah, so we've done the Jaguar F-Type, we've done the Audi TT, and we're now in the Golf GTI. Obviously, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have Ferraris and Lambos, McLarens and that kind of thing on the channel, and hopefully we will as the channel grows. But these are where it's at, isn't it? For normal people like us, Golf GTIs, it's the working class hero. Oh yes, look at this. Yes, this is what a hot hatch is about. Just round the twisties, we're not even going particularly fast. We're now going over a little humpback bridge. Yes, we're not going particularly fast, like I said, but it's just fun. It's just fun just to throw it round the bends. That is what you want from your hot hatch. You don't have to be going lightning speed to have fun. It's just fun at low speed. You get a nice sound from it. You can tuck it in. It handles well. There's no excessive body roll. It just plants it and goes where you want it to go. Great fun. And it's front wheel drive. So, just to have a little recap before we go into the garage. Is this worthy of the legendary GTI badge? Yes, absolutely, it is. It is a classic GTI Golf. It does everything well. Nothing brilliant, but everything well. And it's the only car you'd ever need. Family, yes. Practicality, yes. Fun, yes. Looks, yes. And these are stylish. And everyone knows what a Golf GTI is. You know, you driving a Golf GTI, in my mind, you're cool. That might not mean a lot because I'm not a cool guy anyway. But in my mind, you've got a GTI, you're a cool guy. It doesn't mean if you're old, young, male, female. Golf GTIs, you've got a little bit of something about you, haven't you? A bit of imagination, a bit of creativity. Well done. If you own one of these, well done. If you don't own one of these, buy this one. It's lovely. It's an Anthony Dale Prestige. It's 27,000, I think. A lot of car for that, guys. A lot of car for that. You will able to just get in this and drive it, knowing that you're in something special, something with loads of heritage behind its name. And then you can do this as well. Oh. Right guys, I'm now going to go off and find some more B roads to have a blast, and then I will head back to the garage where you'll join me and we'll do a fine little summary. See you back in the garage. So guys, here we are once again back in the garage, and that was my review of the Mk8 Golf GTI. Is it still the king of the hot hatches? It's got to be up there, hasn't it? It does everything. This is definitely a car that does everything. You could just have this. You'd have fun, practicality, class, style. It's got to be worth considering. Big thanks for Ollie, who owns this, for letting me take the car for a few days. It is for sale at Anthony Dale Prestige Cars, where Ollie works. Highly recommend that dealer. As I've said on previous videos, I've known them for years. I've sold them cars, I've bought many cars from them, totally trust them. For these kind of cars, there is nowhere better to go. Check them out. If you like the video, please like, comment in the comments below. I will reply to every comment like I always do. And if you could subscribe, I really would appreciate that, as it really does help the channel grow in these early days. If anyone's got a car they'd like me to review, please contact me on the email that's now popping up, or it's in the description below, and we can have a chat about it. And yeah, that's about it for this one. So stay tuned, there's plenty more videos to come, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.